join me down the flying field. It's a bit breezy today. I think I always start my videos like that. It's been a really windy summer, hasn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it's even when it's beautiful sunshine like today, we've just got so much thermic wind, I suppose.
We get a lot of thermal, wind, but it does suit some planes like jets, absolutely no problem. And this new H-King KitFox, I think that'll be fine as well, because this is 2 planes in one, interestingly. It is both designed for agility and stability. So agility, you can put these shorter wing ends on to make it 1.1 meter wingspan. Or there is a JST connector for the lights, and then you also have the longer ones for stability, and for stall. So if you want to fly fast aerobatics, then this setup. If you want to fly smoother and short takeoff and landing and do Harriers and all that type of stuff, you'd probably go for that, because you get more lift from a larger wingspan wings. Simple as that. So not very many components in the box, and this is how I put it together.
Okay, so it's not a very big box. Don't ask me how they managed to cram all the components inside, but they do. It's quite amazing how they design these boxes to fit all this in to reduce the shipping costs. But anyway, you take the lid off the box and you'll see everything is very nicely packaged inside and individually wrapped up. So nothing can move around and nothing can harm anything else in the box. Take all the components out of the box, unwrap them, lay them on the table, and you will see that there aren't too many and a lot of the hard work has been done for you. Some of the servos have already been hooked up to the control surfaces using push rods. The electronics, the speed controller, the motor are already in place. Go to the quick setup guide that's included in the box. You've got a QR code at the bottom left. If you scan that, it will take you to the full assembly manual that you need to put this together. First step is to glue the horizontal stabilizer onto the fuselage. Sorry, I didn't take an extra photo for that, but you need to use a contact adhesive, a foam to foam contact adhesive like Yoo-Hoo to do that. Then put the vertical rudder in place, and that has 3 hinges. You need to use something like a medium cyano glue to do that. I would make sure that they are slightly inserted into the vertical stabilizer first, then put the glue on either side and then push the rudder into place. Next is the rudder push rod. Make sure that the rudder servo is centered with the arm at 90 degrees to the servo. Make sure that the rudder itself is in the neutral position, and then with the push rod Z-bend in the rudder horn and inserted on the other end through the quick link, tighten up the quick link to make sure it's pinched tightly and won't move. Then do the same for the elevator push rod, but note that this elevator push rod is pre-bent so that the geometry is correct between the servo arm and the horn on the elevator. Tail wheel next. It is pre-assembled, but you do have to make sure that the 2 bits of wire, the one going through the bottom, which has the wheel on it, and the top wire are aligned. You do that by loosening the grub screws and then retightening them after you've lined them up. Then you glue the black tail wheel assembly to the bottom of the fuselage. Use medium cyano glue to do that. But while you're doing it, you need to make sure that the wire for the steerable tail wheel itself goes into the plastic, very small hole in the bottom of the rudder. Do not glue that in place. That needs to be free moving. Mains landing gear next. This simply pushes in place. put the fuselage upside down on the table and push this in place. You may need to do a little bit of wiggling to get the thick wire in place. You can see here how deep I have inserted that wire into the plastic fitting on the bottom of the fuselage. Then for the yellow covers on the side of each mains landing gear, you'll see there are clips that you need to push in place. These can be quite tough to click in place, so make sure you're supporting both sides while you are pressing so you don't break the plastic fitting. Then last major assembly step is for the propeller and spinner. So put the spinner back plate on first, then the propeller, then the washer, and then the nut. Tighten it up with a spanner. Not too tight, you don't want to break the thread on the motor shaft. And then the top of the spinner with 2 provided screws. Make sure that is nice and nicely seated on the back plate. Then you just need to install your receiver. There is some Velcro provided so you can mount that. I've mounted it on the side of the fuselage using a Radiomaster EOS 8. I think in this case a Y lead is provided for the ailerons, as is a JST harness, so you can connect up the wires from the wing for the lights in the wing and the lights in the fuselage, and connect those into a spare channel on your receiver for power. But otherwise it should be very easy to set up. Unusually with this, and this is the first time I've seen this on a model, the wing is secured in place by these 2 plastic bolts through the sides of the fuselage. They're black, so don't notice. I think it's quite a clever way of doing it, actually. And then you're all set. You're ready to take this to KitFox to the flying field and fly it for the first time.
So with that done, I'm going to try this in sport mode, agility mode to start off with. Do that quickly, and then I'll try it with these on and see how different it is. Okay, all set up. So they recommend a 3S 2200. I've got a 3S 2600. So maybe a little bit nose heavy, but still good, I reckon. Here we go.
A little bit of extra weight in the wind would be good.
Lots of rudder control. Right, here we go. So obviously I need to try and trim out for level flight, and actually doesn't need anything, I don't think. It's all good. Drop down a bit. Hands off. So we're all good, I think. Yeah, okay. How agile is it? Well, agile in the sense I can keep it well within the field.
Roll in circle.
A little difficult in the wind, but all right, let's bring it round. I mean, it's a really strong wind, so even with these wings, I reckon it will harrier. Oh no! So it did stall, but still relatively slow, even with 1.1 meter wing. Let's bring it in for landing.
Oh,
Can I do that again?
he's dead.
I'm not going to edit that out. It would be nice that I can actually land. If you can't land a high wing model, you can't land anything. Oh my god. Here we go. Jeez. Come on, Dom. I haven't flown, and my excuse is I haven't flown in 3 weeks.
Oh, and it's a difficult plane, right? With it being a high wing trainer style
Super
aircraft.
challenging. Here we go. Ah!
Oh, ho, ho.
It was thinking about it. So there you go. That's the short agility wings. Let's put on the larger wingtips and see how well that behaves in the wind. Yeah, so easily done. Just make sure you get the orientation of the connector correct. Plug that in. Push the connector into the wing. Line up the carbon rods. And it's magnetic, so just stays on like that. So 1.25 meter now. Let's see how different this is.
Will it be easier to land?
So yeah, in the wing you've got to hold in the full up elevator. Use the rudder to steer. Here we go. Whoa!
You got very unlucky with the wind there. I'll just move to the windsock so everyone can see what happened.
Coming through. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow, safe to say you get a lot more lift. Yeah. Woo! Right, okay, coming around, half throttle, Yeah, because you notice the flight characteristics totally change. It flies so much slower. Now I've got that larger wing. And it rolls slower. It rolls a lot slower. So less agile. Which is understandable. Oh, the wind coming through again. I tell you what though, it's a really nice scheme on a day like today. Visibility, black and yellow, is fantastic combination.
Yeah, it's easy to find and film.
Easy to film. But definitely not as aerobatic. But quite floaty when you come into land.
Whoop! It's gonna run me over.
So there you go, first flight with the KitFox. What do I think? Well, it is genuinely two planes in one. You have to say that. It's quite amazing the difference that the 15 centimeters in wingspan does make on a high wing model like this. But it kind of means that you can use the wingtips that suit your mood. Do you want to fly sporty and agile, or do you want to fly stable and stall and you know, like a high wing trainer? Totally up to you. I think the most interesting thing about this model, well, there are a few things I'd say, but the ailerons. I've never seen ailerons like that, where they are on these offset hinges.
Yeah, the real KitFox has those.
Oh, okay.
So they literally sit off.
So aerodynamically, I wonder, they work better for stall applications that is designed for, and they've replicated that. Makes sense. The scheme is really good, and you only got to use really cheap 3S2200 LiPo packs to power it. So it's nice. Obviously made from the durable EPO foam. So really resilient to any knocks that you might give it. It works really well, combined with a Radio Master radio and the ER6 receiver that I've got in here. So we'll fly it again soon. I'd like to fly it again on a less windy day. That'd be quite interesting to do. But otherwise, the link for this is in the video description and pinned comment. Thanks for tuning in to Essential RC. Thanks to Nick on camera. See you again next time. Bye.